Okay, so we're headed down Front Beach Highway or Front Beach Road at South Pier Park Drive. New hotel going up right there. Kind of hold this over away from my broken windshield a little bit. Looks like we're not being able to get this repaired until we get back to Arkansas now because of time scheduling. The people in Orlando can't do it until the week after we're gone from up there. We're going to drive down and see what kind of storm damage we see. We hear the east end of Panama City Beach has pretty serious storm damage still. There's disaster relief crews down here. We visited one lady who's here for that reason. So there's quite a few people down here.
Okay.
We drove down a ways the other day and didn't see anything. But apparently if you go a little further than what we were. Now there's also another Walmart down here, which when we had called a couple of years ago, we were told sure we can stay there. Now apparently there's a city ordinance in force, which if they enforce it, when enforcement's heavier on weekends, we're on a Tuesday, apparently people are still staying there without issue, but they have the right of refusal, I guess is the way it really is right now. They can't officially give you permission, but they won't enforce the rule if you're not causing a problem. Anyway, I think we just came under that walkway you saw. You come into
It goes to the parking garage. It does not go to the other hotel.
Yeah.
Yep, I saw that.
Anyway,
Hampton.
we're not expecting to see anything for a little while here. We did drive down here the other day when we first got here, but we didn't go all the way down. Right now we're going to go down. We understand that Panama City Beach RV Resort was wiped out. That's where we stayed last, well, it was a year ago in November when we were down. We've gone down to Fort Myers, had our clear bra removed from the front of the RV because it looked horrible. Then we came back up here. Daughter Kelly and her husband Zach were down here for a conference. We picked them up, brought them down, stayed a few days down here at that RV resort. It's kind of cool, the hotel with palm trees up on the side.
Oh yeah.
I had not noticed that before.
Sure is.
It's like a patio sun pad up there with palm trees on it.
Indeed. I hope we got it on
We
this.
just finished having some refreshments and snacks at Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville there at Pier Park. We're planning on supper down here to Schooners. The more I think about it, I'm not sure Schooners would be there.
Yeah.
We'll build something new there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it looks like maybe another house or
Looks
something.
like a beach deck or something.
Yeah.
Maybe for a restaurant, I don't know. It's kind of between the hotel. If the RV resort actually was wiped out, then chances are Schooners was too. But we'll see when we get down here and edit accordingly. I thought about calling, but we really wanted to come down and look anyway. Well, there's nobody behind me, dude. They could have got out easily.
Oh, Runaway Island. He was asking me about that yesterday. So a guy stopped me yesterday when we were downtown because they're trying to sell timeshares. And he asked me what we liked better, Margaritaville or Runaway Island. And I'm like, what's Runaway Island? And he thought I was a idiot, I guess. I don't know.
We like Pier Park because there's a little bit of everything down there. Now we also like Schooners because they were close to that RV resort we stayed down here last.
Well, and we could sit right on the beach and it was an excellent sunset viewing point.
Yep, we're kind of like...
and I don't know if it was out there by that... It was before that
I think it's past
pier. You think it was after? Okay.
It's way past that, isn't it?
All right. We don't
I remember there's a pier down here way on past, but
They're building it that way.
I don't think I think that's pretty close to where we turn off.
Oh, yeah. So they say the state park's not open yet, but you can see there's some construction along here, the houses. So I wonder if these guys suffered damage. I don't know, obviously. But if you look to the left, you can see some...
It's like they're putting, well, no, that's new construction, the whole thing. We're going to say they're putting the roof on, but that's the
That looks
whole
like
new
new.
house.
Okay, what about this one right here?
This one looks like
Maybe?
there might be some repair there, but I think it's a whole new house too, because all the windows everywhere are brand new. It can be hit or miss like that. As I understood when I heard about it, hit a wide swath and took out everything.
Yeah. So right here is where we turn
Here's where we
right.
make the turn to go down.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
98 swings back up, and I think takes you up towards Interstate 10 here. But we're going to go right and keep following the beach if we can.
Okay.
We'll make this turn without somebody sneaking in beside us.
Yeah.
We do require
Or
kind
this
of wide
guy step off
turns.
the curb. I think that's something I wish people realize, the importance of RVs needing to make right turns.
That's all like semi-trucks.
Did we run over that guy on the curb?
I don't think so.
Okay, good.
If there was damage in this particular area, I think it was minimal. Because some of these roofs look pretty old. And the houses are right down by the water. And I don't yet see any noticeable damage. So I could be wrong.
We met
That's why we're coming to look.
We met a lady on the beach earlier today that's down here for, she's with this CBN, you know, Pat Robertson, their channel. And they help with disaster relief. And she was down here with them. So her and I had quite a nice visit. And she talked about some of the devastation, which is east of here. And she specifically talked about them being focused on military families, nobody realizing the financial burden of military families and the fixed income they live on. And so they have a Operation Blessings that comes and does disaster relief after hurricanes and whatnot. And Michael is one of their, there's a sign out up here. Michael is one of their
oh yeah, sign going out of this place.
Yep, one of their funding opportunities.
Jacks.
$5 beach tour. Interesting. But yeah, until we get closer. See now, look, this tower over here is doing fine. You know, these towers, which are probably for what? Like
It looks like it's just brand new construction too.
yeah, maybe they rebuilt it. Beachfront Adventures.
Well,
We'll
I don't
see.
know if they'd be built up that far just since then.
And you're right, we do pass this pier.
Now there's another pier way on down there towards the end, if I recall correctly.
County pier. We have to handle that one.
Let's see, where's my phone?
Wow.
Let me see if I can get routing to
Schooners.
I was thinking Panama City RV Resort.
Oh, okay. That'd be cool too.
Because I really don't know how much further it is then.
Yeah. Shipwreck Island Water Park. It doesn't look like these hotels suffered
Panama
much.
City Beach RV Resort. And it says
Although
it's
these
6
palm
miles
trees
away.
look thinner at the top. Interesting.
Continue on Front Beach Road for 1.5 miles.
Yeah, that RV park is still 6 miles ahead.
Okay. Well, then, you know. I think when I lived in Florida, I was always told being on the east side of the I was harder than being on the west side. So this would have all been on the west side of the I if the I had gone over Mexico Beach, as I have been led to understand. So, or if the I came over East Panama City, or the actual Panama City proper, and this would have all been west, so it wouldn't have suffered as much, I suppose. But we don't know what the flooding and the extent of damage was that's been repaired, because Michael was last fall and they could have absolutely got a lot of repairs done. Oh, there's Alvin's Island. That's one of our son-in-law Zach's favorite places to shop. Okay. And if you look over here on this hotel, unless it's new, is that new over there on the right?
Looks like new construction.
Okay.
I can't look.
Yeah, that could be. But it looks like there's a lot of road construction. And the sign's not here anymore.
Alan, they're building a new road down there.
Yeah. Huh?
That wouldn't have been storm damage.
Right. And some of these places look like if they would have sustained a direct hit, there would have been damage, you know. So I don't know where the direct hit went. I guess we'll have to research
Well, and I'm
that.
sure the larger hotels are built to withstand
Absolutely.
things like that too.
Right. Oxygen tattoo. Let's get tattoos.
Yeah.
Look at, they got their dog up there in the hotel.
Know what?
There was a dog along the. I was watching
Oh.
walks. So people are. This are pet-friendly communities. I like it. I like pet-friendly.
This is just road construction.
Well, and most of these are built up, like look over here and you can see the garages and that are underneath. So any water or whatever they call it, surf,
Well, that's so water can come up,
Yeah.
go in, run over.
and it doesn't necessarily damage the hotel or flood it, because any flooding, like this has, looks like it almost has 2 levels of parking, so I don't know what they call it. Storm surge. That's it. The storm surge. So, okay. But yeah, all this looks like it survived just fine. But yeah, I agree with you that they're meant. Ooh, the curves. Oh my goodness.
In 800 feet, turn right on South Thomas Drive.
Oh, right here. Oh, yeah. Here's hoping we could turn around at that old RV park, if nothing else. Yeah, that would have missed it. Right here. Right here, do we want to turn?
Continue on South Thomas Drive for
Oh.
3/4 of a mile.
Nope, maybe that's not
It
it.
still say tenths.
Okay. Okie dokie. See, Chuck's a better navigator than me.
In 1,000 feet, slight right onto
And you can see this hotel had no issues. It looks like it's all still within, you know. How many people must stay here? Just amazing. Oh, now down there is where the golf is.
CR 392, Thomas Drive.
All right. This is Thomas Drive here? I think so.
That's
Yep.
where we are.
All right.
Well, that's Ripley's, believe it or
Oh,
not. It was
I
built
remember that.
way. It was built that way.
Yeah.
CR 392,
Yeah.
4 miles.
And I remember that boat. Whatever that is.
Ripley's, believe it or not.
That's Ripley's too.
That's what the sign
LIB.
says. Oh, the other's one of those.
Yep. Okay. Well, cool. Here we go. Covery
Is that where,
Bay.
that's where we went and played miniature golf with Kelly Town.
I think you're right, because there's a
Well, there's a
maze
big
there.
dumpster with looks
Garbage, yeah,
like
like.
storm refuse in it.
Yep,
large tree
yep,
lights.
yep. I'm sorry if I'm whipping through this back and forth really quick. I'm trying to show as you talk.
Golf course looks intact.
Oh, and there's a bunch of trash bins back there too.
Yeah, and I'm sure any place there's trees, there's probably
Yep,
branches
and I'm
and
sure
things.
some of these places, like the golf course, got out really early and cleaned up because there's money to be had. No matter how bad it is all around, people will still come out and golf, you know. And there's some cranes over there that you have to wonder. I don't know if you can see if they're
There's
track
Alvin's
windshield.
Island right there.
And there's Alvin's. Now, somewhere right in here is where we go. Do we turn right here or go straight?
Okay, isn't this the RV park?
This
over here?
is the RV park.
What's all those RVs doing there?
Well, golly, they're sure not turned over on their sides like we were told. Now, are they?
Well, maybe that's reconstruction people.
Interesting. But the fence doesn't look. Yeah, that looks just fine over there. LIB.
Yeah, now this isn't the RV park we stayed at.
No, it is not.
But I
You're
remember
right.
it was here.
Yep.
Okay.
Ours is on down the
Still got one to
road.
go. People thought all the RV parks and everything were
Or closed.
closed and gone.
Yep. Oh, what's
But
the
that
sign
one seems
say?
to be
I don't know. Ooh.
Now these are a bungee jump kind of thing here.
Oh.
And it's still standing.
LIB. And there's still like antennas down there and stuff.
Vomitron, they're calling it.
And the slingshot. The hotels look unscathed. Maybe we're not far enough yet. So
Yeah, it looks like something's getting a new roof over there. I don't know if we'll see it. I just saw it through the
yeah,
trees
if
and things
I'm gonna
back
go out
there.
the side window so we can see. Okay, I remember that. Oh wow, there's like that looks like it suffered some damage. There's back on the beach, in between. It looks like there might be some damage. And there's a hotel. Stay quick. Cooper.
Okay, sure.
All right. Yeah. All right. Let's see what else do I have. Foghorns.
Now remember there was that one person towards that little cafe that's right on the corner, which we will go by. She worked at both places, or he worked at both places or something, and said they were going to be open tonight. We maybe go there for breakfast or something. So I don't know.
Now here you can see there's some damage in these housing in through here, but it doesn't look significant. It looks more like roofs.
Okay, here's
And here, let's come up here. Oh, there's some sign
looks
damage.
like roofing
Yep.
materials laying in.
I think we're starting to get into the devastation, I guess.
Well, I wouldn't call it devastation.
What
Merely
people are
damage.
telling us, yeah.
That I've seen
Yeah.
so far.
We got Cooper trying to get attention here. Oh, 7 Seas sign. What's this up here on the hotel?
Crane.
But so far, I mean, the shark tail made
Somebody's
it.
living missing up there.
Maybe some roofing. Yep. Yep. Bernie.
Not seeing the severe
I know what you mean.
yeah,
Destruction that they
devastation
claimed.
that I
Yeah.
thought we were going to see.
I thought the way they talk, this would be. Now I do expect when we go through Mexico Beach, we'll see that because I've seen aerial footage, from Google Earth, I guess, and it does look like it was devastated. So I think, but even look at that little straw roof lasted fine. Oh, I think we can find a place to park and bring the pooches back down here on the beach, and it'll be fine. Just fine. Golf front rentals vacancy now. It looks like there was some roof damage back there. There was some tarp on it. Let me go out here and we'll look along here and see what we might be able to see. I don't see anything yet. There's a tarp on that roof, so that might have had some roof damage. Yep. Okay. So yeah, maybe some minimal damage that you would expect.
Mobile home back here, boss.
Yeah, well, and that's just stuff you would expect. Oh, and here's a lot of tarps up here, so it looks like there was roof damage up through here. Okay.
Hit or miss here and there.
Yeah, well,
Not a lot.
not yet. I think we're gonna probably, and here it looks like they're putting on a new roof over here, but that could be a whole new build. So even if they did have, you know, terrible devastation, and there's a lot of big dumpsters, but even if they did, people are still building and still coming, and those boats all survived that have parked there.
Good for roofers, because they don't have to wait for them to rebuild a building to get a roof on.
Right. Roof damage. Yeah, I see roof damage along these condos over here on the right, and over here on the left there's some more building, I'm
That
guessing.
looks like new construction.
Yeah, and
there.
there's some roof damage back over to your left. Isn't that the Albans that we bought the first crabs
I
at?
think it is.
So that means,
Sensations.
yeah, so that means up here is where we stayed. Oh yeah, and there's the RV park, it's fine.
It looks fine from here.
Yeah, RV parks like I don't know. How peculiar, huh? But people, it's interesting to hear people's different takes on
looks like
it.
the RV park is well and fine.
Yep, that's good. I'm glad. It looks fine. I wonder if we pulled in there if they'd have a nice place for us.
Looks like it's pretty full. I'm
Yeah.
sure there's disaster workers and everything else down here. too.
Sure, I bet you're right. Yep. Looks pretty full to me. Oh, there's an empty spot.
200 feet from your destination.
We're
That's where we stayed, and then we
worked up plenty
ate.
spots, but yeah.
All right. So they say, and now
here's
here
a
we
pile
go.
Here's a pile of rubbish over
Oh
here.
yeah. Now they say that this park's not open down here yet, St. Andrews State Park. But let's go see what we can see. It's too
Well,
late
we
now.
might have to see.
Oh no, we can get in there. Hot dog.
Okay.
Ooh, maybe we can camp. We should see. We could stay down here. We'll
Thought it
see.
was closed.
I know it doesn't. Let's see what the park ranger has to say.
Hours entrance. Is there somebody here?
At 5:45 p.m. today. I don't know. We're gonna find out here in a bit. Windows open. Shuttle is closed for the sea. Oh, there's a body in there. All right.
Hi. Are you open? Fully booked for the night. Okay. All right. I'll turn around and try and get out. We had heard you were not even open. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I
Gotcha.
suppose they do. People like to be down here. Thank you. Thanks.
Go in there and turn around down there.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I see. Chuck does a really good job maneuvering. He doesn't always think so, but he really does. I'm not sure that I could even come close to it. So, all right. So if we look out here, we probably see a lot of downed trees and brush. Sure.
Park's
Oh
open,
yeah.
but they're full. There's no
Park,
camping
yeah. Oh,
spots
broken
left.
trees.
So
Look at
people
that.
telling us everything's totally devastated.
How interesting.
It's incorrect information.
Yeah, so it is open. The park is open. If you want to come down here, you would want to call. It's Andrews State Park, and they are open, but they are not. I think what I heard is not fully open. Is that correct?
No, they're open, but they're booked.
They're booked. So we are not we're not able to stay here, and that's okay with us because we don't care if we're in a park or not. If they would have had a spot, we might have considered it because we could have dumped and filled and done all that stuff. But we're pretty confident there's a place down the road when we go east. There'll be a place down the road, and if there's not, we're still pretty low on our black and gray tank and still pretty full on our freshwater because we know how to conserve, so we can actually last a good 7 days without having to dump and fill, and so we're good. We could honestly make it to Orlando if we have to on Sunday, and I know we can.